the special event continues today. Just in case you guys don't know what a special event is, during a month I look at one movie per week that have the same topic. I hope you guys enjoyed the first entry. It was Boys in the Hood, a drama film. You can check out my review for Boys in the Hood way up there over at the I sign. And today we're gonna take a look at an action film. By the by, I'm Valentin Curtis Hall, the movie guy, and this is my review for Waist Deep. O2 works as a security guard for a supermarket. He has a family emergency. His uncle, who was supposed to pick up his son Junior, couldn't do it anymore, so O2 had to do it. But his replacement at work was late. He got into an argument with his boss and left. He picks up his son and they are about to go back to the supermarket. At a light, two thugs with weapons approach his car, beat him, and steal his car, with Junior in the back seat sleeping. O2 now has to save his son. He finds out that Junior was taken by Big Meat, who wants $100,000 or his son is going to get chopped. This movie actually has an interesting plot. In order to get the money to save his son, O2 and Coco, a girl who is always by his side throughout this movie, turn into some sort of Bonnie and Clyde. They rob the safety deposit banks of kingpins.
3 banks were robbed today by an unidentified man and woman.
They rob stash houses. It's an interesting idea. This movie is actually marketed as Bonnie and Clyde on the flip side.
Man, you guys are like the new modern day Bonnie and Clyde. Yo, can I get your autograph?
The movie had to add some plot padding right from the beginning to try to make you invested in the little kid. Before they get carjacked, they talk in the car and his son asks him what would have happened if you wouldn't have taken me from school. And his father says, "I'll always come back for you." Then they pinky promise. Now, O2 has to put his money where his mouth is. The camera work is goddamn awful in this movie. So many times I could barely understand what was going on, especially in action sequences where the shaky cam is employed. The camera usually spins for no reason, or it focuses on details that you think are important but are not, like a red light or a cage grab. I'm just going to speed past some other low points. The dialogue isn't a bright spot in this movie. It's kinda dull. It didn't keep me engaged or invested. Junior doesn't get mentioned in this movie after the first 10 minutes after he gets kidnapped. I would have loved the scene where O2 is desperate and loses his cool or something like that. The whole idea of how O2 tries to get the money for his son is stupid, because aren't there supposed to be like cops looking for him? But for a guy that shot 3 people in the street, robbed 2 banks and 2 houses, nobody cares. The final battle sucked. It was garbage. It was rubbish. The music in this movie was actually good. It didn't blow me away, but it did fit the scenes very well. The game plays in this movie, and I expected to hear a song from him, but no. I guess he wasn't feeling too giving. The characters are also a bright spot in this otherwise bad movie. O2 is a former gangster who went to the pen for 6 years. Now he wants to stay out and take care of his son. His real name is Otis, and he received the nickname Oxygen from his younger days when he would start ish up and then disappear. Coco is the girl who accompanies and helps O2 from the beginning till the end. O2 first suspected her of setting him up to get jacked, but that is not true. She works for a kingpin who is always rough with her. He beats her. She wants to escape this life and live a normal one. It's time for me to drop some knowledge, so brace yourselves, guys. The actor that portrays Junior is actually the director's son. The game makes his film debut in this movie, and there was supposed to be many scenes with a detective that is on the trail of O2, but those scenes were deleted. The detective was played by Arnold Vosloo, and you can watch the deleted scenes if you have the DVD of the movie, and there are also some scenes in the trailer.
They're only hitting safe deposit boxes.
Tyrese Gibson is the lead of this movie. He plays O2, and I was actually impressed with him. He was very professional despite starring in a very bad movie. He's very good. I wanted him to have some more scenes where he would be a badass, but I guess I can't have it all. Megan Good plays Coco, and she was also good in this movie, but it's the game who impressed me the most. He is scary. His dialogue is good, but the game portrays it brilliantly. There is a scene where he eats an ice cream and intimidates someone, and that scene is very good. Despite this being a bad movie, I actually had a scene that I really liked. O2 and Coco discuss their backstories. We find out more about the past of O2, which was really interesting to me, and they actually nailed his backstory in my opinion. Coco also has a pretty interesting past. This was a bad movie. It did have some good ideas, but I think it's the camera work which ruined this movie, because it was awful at some points. This could have been a better movie, but not by much. For my alternative pick, another movie that approaches this Bonnie and Clyde trump, it's Rob the Mob. It's about a couple who specialize in robbing mob stash houses. So, my rating for Waist Deep is 1.5 stars.